Alright. Now with Glitch, I remember, like, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago maybe, I reacted to the pilot episode and I liked it. It was alright, yeah. And obviously there were a bunch of other stuff and I went off tangent. But now there's like an update and I forgot to react about it. What the Gaslight District has entered full production. Bro, it all looks cool. Everything is badass. It's like this, what Glitch is doing is what Disney and Hollywood refuse to do. Glitch is just focusing on pure entertainment, meanwhile Disney and Hollywood are focusing trying to lecture audiences and call them insults whenever the audiences decides to criticize negatively. Oh, I will not miss out. Like, I've seen a bunch of people react to every single episode of Murder Drones or like the Mason Digital Circus. I'm gonna be the one that reacts to every single episode of the Gaslight District. I want to for two reasons. One, I love the bizarreness of it all, like how edgy and like mobsters, mafia level themes are there. And also, we have the MC who's like, like everyone knows she's quite attractive, you know. Whoa, what? She's dead? The original Buddy? She's a clone?
Hello, everybody. My name is Nick Supko, aka Time Seagull, and I am the
Part-time
creator
Seagull.
and director of the Gaslight District. I want to start by saying thank you all for the support and love for the show.
Bro, Part-time Seagull, you've created a masterpiece. You have done what Disney and Hollywood refuses to do. Keep going, man. Keep going, man. I support you. Everyone supports you. You're creating a wonderful story, entertainment, funny moments, and weird, creepy imagery, and like obviously there's some religious undertones, but you're not being like open about it, and like like for example like that thing that Netflix decided to do. I forgot what it was called. Damn. Cyberpunk's one, that one was good. Sonic Prime was also good, I do have to admit. Obviously Pokemon Journeys, it's good. And well, Arcane, there's controversy around Arcane. Well, I don't think there is controversy anymore, but at the time when season 2 came out, I'm just gonna be honest, season 2, I haven't watched the series, but from all the clips, and yes, I watched the full on makeout session between Caitlyn and V, and season 1 Arcane, compare it to season 2 Arcane, it's like you're watching two different stories, and I'm like, you could have basically made this into like, you could have made Bee's and Caitlyn's romance story into like its own little thing, in a spin-off, but no, they decided to put it in season 2, and obviously this is deliberate. The creators of Arcane, they wanted to send a message or something like that, or they just wanted to focus and explore more on V and Caitlyn's relationship, and people don't really like watching shows that remind them of reality. But hey, guess what? Arcane is a show. Arcane is meant to be for entertainment. It's not meant to be for some lecture or messaging. And so, like, if you're a lesbian, would you rather watch Arcane or Yuri anime? Well, plenty of lesbians would rather watch Yuri anime because Yuri anime shows you a happy ending, a happy ever after. Meanwhile, Arcane reminds you of reality, and you don't. If you want to be reminded of reality, you might as well just look up at TikTok and see how your fellow lesbians complain about their relationships and marriages. Like, why watch Arcane when you can just watch TikTok? Now, obviously, the main plot of Arcane is like, some sort of like wars, class war between rich people and poor people. But it seems that by season 2 they decide to put that onto the background and just focus on the lesbian aspect. And in my opinion, I think that was a bad idea. And it's not that I'm against the Caitlyn and B relationship. Like, I don't care if they want to put that, but you have to focus on your actual plot and commit to it. If you want to make a show entirely surrounded Caitlyn and B's relationship, then you should have just like have a spin-off where that's what happens. Like, you basically have like the main show is about the actual class war, poor people versus rich people, and then the spin-off is about Caitlyn and B's relationship throughout the whole war thing. That way you could have made things better. Now, Devil May Cry. That's the thing that Gaslight District is not doing. You see, Devil May Cry, it's obvious, it's blatant, and also the creator himself is saying that or well, not saying, he tried to deny it, but there's proof that the creator is trying to literally make Christianity and religion as a whole, or just mainly Christianity, try to vilify it and make it like bad. But here's the thing, I think that the problem is that it's not that obviously you have Christians and religious people that will get mad at the fact that you're trying to mock the religion or vilify it in some way. There will always be people that get mad about it. That's 100% guaranteed. But most people hate it for the fact that it's just for pure optics and virtue signaling points rather than it being relevant at all. Like, the bad guy is the only guy with a cross. You can remove the cross and it still doesn't change anything. That's the thing. Meanwhile, like say in Japanese anime, in Japan, in anime, where they have plenty of series, there's plenty of shows that have plenty of studios that make anime that have Christianity as like, for what it is, a universal religion that can be used by good actors and bad actors, and that's more realistic and accurate than just portraying bad people. And obviously, like it depends on the anime. Like, some animes focus entirely on having a positive image of Christianity, and then other animes focus on having a bad image of Christianity. But the difference between the bad image of Christianity on the anime versus the bad image of Christianity in Devil May Cry from Netflix is that in the anime, the bad image of Christianity is done in a way that's interesting, intriguing, plot relevant, and it's basically like it goes more deep than just, oh, Christianity equals bad, like Christianity equals bad. No, it goes more deep into it. And also like the villain or the Christian character that's a villain or the bad guy, they have their personality goes more than just being a Christian too. So you can see and figure out that Christianity is just a factor that led them into becoming a villain, and they have like other pasts and everything, like, that forced them, like everyone knows that Christianity used to be was used for evil purposes back in the day, like the Martin Luther with like his 1000 thesis essays where he's like complaining about the corruption of the church, and then of course you have like religion, Christianity being used to justify monarchies, and you have Christianity being used to justify conquests and colonization. Those are examples of it being used by bad actors. But then there are examples of Christianity being used for good for good reasons, like the teachings. And also, guess who during the independence wars in the American continent, guess who was the first one to call for independence? It was a priest. It was a bunch of priests too, but especially like in Mexico, it was a Mexican priest that was very faithful to religion and Catholicism, which is a branch of Christianity. That this priest, because of Christianity and the teachings, they they figured out that independence was the right choice. And so you had basically religious influence and Christian influence basically supporting the idea of an independent Mexico back in the independence wars. And then you have in America, you have I guess the Enlightenment or the Second Enlightenment, where basically you had religious influence affecting people the way influencing people in Americans in how they saw slaves, and so eventually Christianity and the teachings, it would be used to like in the North, it would be used to uh, basically vilify and demonize the institution of slavery by emphasizing on the humanity of blacks, African slaves. Meanwhile, obviously, the South side was trying to use religion to justify it, basically. But you have the North side being an example of Christianity being used as a good as a good force, basically. And then you have like modern day examples of Christianity being a good thing is, you know, like all these charities, you know, like you have churches that give free food and groceries to poor people, and even like offer shelter to homeless people if they're like, you know, safe and everything. And all of that is because, you know, of the like help thy neighbor, basically. So like Christianity as is a universal religion, and it's way too broad and it's way too big in order to generalize it as either a good thing or a bad thing. Christianity is basically like anything in the world. You have good things and you have bad things, and that's how real life is. And so the difference is that anime, when they portray Christianity in a negative way, they do it in a way that's respectful. Meanwhile, Devil May Cry just straight up does it in a way that's not respectful. Because the character that's meant to be the bad guy for being Christian, he doesn't have any total depth. He just seems like an average villain. Like, I'm sorry, but I would say that the Joker has more personality and more depth than the bad Christian guy villain from the Devil May Cry Netflix show. It's all about how deep the character is. Like, it's not about like, oh, is this one single aspect of their identity the reason as to why they're evil, or is it more complex than that? So yeah, and again, the reason as to why is because virtue signaling point and like propaganda, messaging, and everything. And that's the thing. Western studios, especially American studios and creators, they see entertainment as a tool of propaganda, messaging, and lecturing. Meanwhile, Eastern studios, they see entertainment as just that, entertainment. And guess what most people in the world want? They want to watch something that will distract them, something that will not remind them of how reality can be cruel. And yeah, people don't want to be pandered to. People just want to watch a show and turn off their brain. That's literally it. It's the same thing with video games. You want to play a video game and not think of anything at all. Just basically think of what you're doing in the video game, of what's going on. That's it, basically. But when you're trying to like virtue signal and like trying to put some messaging, like it's like you're treating the viewer as a child. And it's basically it's like, and also like if you're a teenager, you're a young guy, a young girl, it's like you just came from school where you were lectured, you were told about things, and your brain is already fried by the moment you get out of school. And so you want to relax your brain, but no, you go back and you have to basically be reminded of like, oh, there's like this complex social issues and everything. Like some people just don't want to care about anything. And so again,
Titans, get in here.
that's why we have like I like the fact that we have like people like this guy um
Hello, everybody. My name is Nick Supko, aka Part Time.
that's why I'm proud of Time Seagull, the creator of the Gaslight District. And I don't know where he's from, but I would assume he's from Australia. And I would say like it's good. It's you're doing a good thing. You're doing what people have been waiting for years. Just people, for creators to make entertainment, and that's it. Nothing else. No propaganda, no messaging, no nothing of the sort. It's just pure entertainment, funny moments, and like interesting in universe lore.
Time Seagull, and I am the creator and director of the Gaslight District. I want to start by saying thank you all for the support and love for the show. Glitch has taken notice. Because of your
Yep.
incredible support, I am insanely proud to announce the Gaslight District has been officially greenlit. It's time to explore the world, dive deep into the characters, and meet the greater cast of this strange little town.
Oh, and yeah, like the reason I pointed out, like he may have religious undertones with like the angels and you know like immortality and like the seven gates of hell, but he's showing the religious undertones in a way that's complex. It's not like outright mocking, and this is coming from me. Like I myself, like I don't really care a lot about like whether Christianity gets mocked or not, but there are people who certainly do care about it, and obviously like sometimes I may agree with it, sometimes I may disagree with it because like people tend to mold and screech about pretty much everything and anything online, so it's hard to take the Twitter seriously. But yeah, like sometimes they're right, sometimes they're not, and like personally speaking, I'm like if Christianity is going to be mocked, then Judaism and Islam and other types of religions should be mocked too, because you cannot have like this one sided thing where this religion is good to be made fun of but other religions are not good to be made fun of. I'm like, you either go for all or you go for not for no one, and I'm on the side of go for all. I love dark humor. I love edginess, and I'd love to see more variety and diversity in dark humor.
Here's a list of exciting things to expect. We will meet Ken's ex-wife. We will
What? Ken's ex-wife? Is that like the original mom?
learn about Mud's past. Breadhead's older
Mud Spaz.
brother will make an appearance.
Breadhead's older brother will make an appearance. Let me guess. Is he Bread too? Or is he gonna be a cookie?
And Mel dies in episode 3.
Mel dies. So that's what we see in the coffin. So Mel just died, but then she comes back and like she gets brought back, she gets revived or something like that.
Maybe not that. But what I can promise
Okay.
is gore, filth, and most importantly, absolute madness.
Yes! Gore, filth, and madness. That's peak entertainment right there, brother.
Once again, thank you for all the support, the incredible view count, the insane like ratio, and most
Yeah.
importantly, what gets a show made, merch sales. I'm so
Merch
excited
sales.
to begin this journey and make each episode even better than the last. In celebration of the show being greenlit, Glitch has made a whole new line of Gaslight District
Yeah.
merch that has just dropped today. First up,
By the way, you know why I love Mel. You know why. Like you see the hips, right? You see the hips. Like you see, like she may be a little lacking on the top, but like on the bottom, ooh, there's like a lot.
First up, we have this shiny new Mel figurine. We got Kenny Boy over here as a weird ass plush. We got
I feel like Canyon looks like Patrick Star, like with his head, like his triangle head. I feel reminded of Patrick.
these dope as hell Mel and Breadhead acrylic stands. The official Gaslight District Black Hand notebook.
The book looks cool as hell, bro. It looks cool. It's like it's in the levels of the Death Note and the Gravity Falls book.
And so much more. Get them all now at gaslightdistrict.store. All proceeds go into making the Gaslight District even more insane. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart. You've all made me a very, very busy man. I'm gonna go make the show now.
We just gave you a job, brother. We gave you the bakery. You better start making bread, brother. Bread, cookies, cupcakes. Well, maybe not cupcakes, but yeah, like we're giving you a bakery, brother. Part-time Seagull, right? Yeah, Part-time Seagull. We're giving you a bakery. You better start baking goods, brother. You better start cooking. Here's the link to the glitch video. Support it. Go and buy the merch. I want to see more episodes.